Okay, good morning. It's day 138. It's August 19th. It's 2:37 in the morning and 48 degrees even. I'm gonna wake up. Alright, good morning again, folks. It is 3:49 in the morning. 48.6 degrees, just left camp. Slept pretty okay last night. Once I fell asleep, I did okay. Although, again, I'm kind of, at this point, a little out of practice with tent sleeping, so kept waking up all through the night thinking that it was just about 2:30 when my alarm goes off, but it wasn't until it was, and then I woke up. But yeah, pretty nice night last night. No crazy weather, nothing like that to report. There was at least one more camper who came through and camped up at that same tent site as I did, but not sure who it was. They rolled in once I was pretty well trying to fall asleep, and so didn't really see them. And then of course left them sleeping just now. Let's see, so yeah, when I processed yesterday's video last night, I hadn't realized that government camp is so far away from Cascade locks. I thought that it was much closer. I guess I was confusing that. Government camp is 15 miles or so from Timberline Lodge, but it's considerably further, whatever I said, 60 miles or so. There's 60 miles or so from Timberline Lodge, or excuse me, from Cascade locks. So I'm kind of reassessing what I think it is I want to do for this little resupply strategy. I don't think it makes a whole ton of sense to resupply at this lake that I'll be hitting today in 23 miles, Olali Lake or whatever. Don't think it makes a ton of sense to resupply there. And if I'm not going to resupply there, I'm not certain whether I'll stop through there or not. Basically, I have plenty enough food to make it to government camp. Pretty much the exact right amount of food to make it to government camp. And then I could resupply there, or there's a bus that goes to another nearby town at which you could resupply as well. Perhaps a little cheaper, perhaps a wider selection, I'm not really sure. But either way, then the resupply out of government camp would be like 2.5 days to get to Cascade Locks or something like that. And yeah, so I'm kind of rolling that around right now. Meanwhile, the other sort of snag, I was sort of teasing you about not telling you what Timberline Lodge is yesterday, but Timberline Lodge is home to a very sorry, I just thought I heard a noise. Very popular breakfast buffet on the PCT. The people say it's the best breakfast on the entire trail. It's also, coincidentally, where they shot the movie The Shining. So that's kind of cool as well. But yeah, so just trying to massage the timing such that I can hit Timberline Lodge breakfast and resupply at government camp or the nearby town that's accessible by a bus or whatever. I don't know. I'll be rolling stuff around. I have a lot to think about with that. So anyways, today we'll go as far as we go. Not much more than that. There is a potentially halfway dicey water crossing coming up in 8.5 miles or so, Russell Creek, spelt just as my friend spells his name, double S, double L, Russell. We'll see what potentially dicey water crossing means. It might be southbounders who've never seen water before, might be northbounders who went through the Cascades and all, or Cascades who went through the Sierras and also think this one's dicey. I don't really know. Either way, I'm not too terribly concerned, but it's kind of on my radar, so we'll get down there. Sun should be up by the time we get there for sure. Should be good to go. I'll talk to you guys later. so far.
Yeah.
Shoot, you might be just about the only one I've seen on the whole Triple Crown.
Oh, wow. Well, that is bizarre.
All right, guys, just ran into Ranger Pete here.
Good morning.
Awesome, just checking permits, and I think I was compliant anyways, right?
You certainly are. I appreciate that you had the permits.
Awesome.
No campfires, folks. Pack it in, pack it out.
Absolutely.
But I have to say, Thru-Hikers generally are the most ethical when it comes to practicing with no trace, and I appreciate that.
But he gave me hang tag, so I get to actually wear one now. Awesome, thanks, Pete.
Safe journeys.
All right, good morning again, folks. It is 9:18 in the morning, 59 degrees even. Just had a few quick view dedications I wanted to get out. A few of you were able to donate to the hike. I really appreciate that. And a few more of you were just extra kind to me the past week or so, so wanted to thank you guys too. A few folks who donated to the hike. We have the Sierra Hotel. I'm not even sure who or what that is, but drop a comment and let me know exactly who and where you guys are. The Sierra Hotel. There's Rebecca Snow. There is Susan Arantz. Thank you so much, Susan. And I'm not sure how to say this. This was an AT Nobo 2022 from, I don't know how to say that, Rogaroo, maybe? Rugaroo? I don't know. Drop a comment, tell me how to pronounce your name. And then, of course, my old friends, Polly and Bill Davis as well. The guys, thank you so much for all those donations. Really appreciate it. Also had to get a few quick thanks out to Jeff in Bend, Oregon. Awesome dude who's really been helping me out during my time in Bend. My buddy Jason, who flew all the way out from like the Rochester area. And then of course, just really Lauren, just absolutely crushed it for me. Let me stay at his place for like a week or whatever. It was just amazing. Really sad I didn't get to see Lauren, but Lauren, thank you so much. So let's check out this view here. First off, we have Jefferson Peak. So I just came through this wonderful, amazing little basin just in the foreground below Jefferson Peak. I'm sorry, Mount Jefferson, and that's at 10,497 feet above the planet Earth's oceans right there, Mount Jefferson. We first saw that many days ago while I was slack packing. But Mount Jefferson, there it is. I am now officially beyond Mount Jefferson. And my next point of reference going to be right out here to what I gather by the angle of my shadows to be just about northwest, way off in the distance over that way. So we have one peak in the foreground. Just never mind that bugger, he's just getting in your way. Let's check out Mount Hood right back there. That is the highest point in the entire state of Oregon at 11,239 feet. Mount Hood, just up there with its head kind of tucked into the clouds. A lot of snow on its face there. That would be what, I guess it's southeast face or something. Anyways, guys, those views are for you. Really appreciate all you guys have been super generous, and I just really couldn't do it without you. I really appreciate the support, appreciate your comments. As I've been saying for a few weeks now, guys, I know only half of you are subscribed to this channel. If you're not able or willing or whatever, totally fine to make a contribution. Donation, whatever, that's totally fine. But hit subscribe. What in the world are you doing not hitting subscribe? You know, only half of you are subscribed that watch these, so hit subscribe. It's a free, easy way to help me out. Really helps out with like all those crazy YouTube algorithms and all that malarkey. But yeah, just hit subscribe. If you are interested in making a donation to the hike, all those links are always available down in the descriptions for every single one of these videos. Anyways, I'm gonna go on and keep hiking here. I'm still not sure exactly what form the rest of my day is gonna take, but we'll figure it out as we go. Thank you so much, guys. I'll check in with you later. Good evening, folks. It is 4:44, 72 degrees even. I'm just walking into a tiny little spur trail. It's supposed to bring me down to Trooper Spring. That is mile 2057.7. And as I had read and as I had hoped, looks like indeed there are a few tent spots available around here. This is going to be home for the night. However, as you can probably tell by the time, it's definitely just a little bit later than usual for me. So I had a pretty good push today. I just kind of felt like doing it. So that was probably just about 33 miles. I don't know, I haven't even checked my stats yet, and this is going to be my evening check-in, despite the fact that I still have plenty of chores yet to do. Evening check-in now on account of the fact that well, it's late, and all I want to do is get water, cook dinner, pitch camp, and bunk out. It was definitely a good day. Man, all those freaking blueberries and blackberries and stuff that I was just like steady crushing. Man, that was a nice surprise. I think this is my best spot. I'm going to drop my pack here. Yeah, not perfectly level, but it's rare that you find perfectly level. This is a great example, by the way, of a tent spot which my Durston X-Mid Pro 2 would not fit into, but my duplex will fit just fine. So anyways, yeah, crushing the blueberries earlier. Definitely a good day. Definitely a good day when you're crushing blueberries, even if it does slow you down a little bit. And yeah, 33 miles or whatever, definitely a good day. I kind of wanted to stop here because I think I'm slowly but surely sort of formulating a plan for what this jump is going to look like. I hadn't really decided when I left. I did swing by that lake as well, Olali or whatever it is. Olali, I think. Olali Lake. They have Coors Banquets for $3 a can, and they have Coca-Cola Classic for $2 a can. So I got a can of each, and then a second can of Coors Banquet. Yeah, so definitely a pretty good stop, but definitely a pretty limited resupply for sure. Like, you can make it work, but it's not great. So glad I wasn't counting on resupplying there. Meanwhile, where I'm bunking up tonight should be about 42 miles or so from Timberline Lodge, and about 30 miles or so from the hitch point for Government Camp. And I've been back and forth, and frankly I still remain a little back and forth as to what the plan is going to be with those two, because there is a bus or a shuttle that runs between the two. Man, that might be an even better spot, although I'd just be in the blasting sunlight. Well, here's the spring, just a little box spring. So usually the way these work is that the water sort of seeps up from below. Yeah, definitely a little murky and messy, but she'll be just fine. Anyway, so 42 miles from Timberland Lodge. Timber Lodge, Timber Pine, Timber something, whatever it is. Timber, whatever. Timber Pine, I think, Lodge. And I think what I'm gonna do is, you know, obviously sleep here tonight, and then hike, you know, something, I don't know, maybe around 30 or so tomorrow, and put myself just in spitting distance, that is 10, 12 miles, whatever, to Timberline Lodge. Dude, so it doesn't look like much, just for the record, but look at how beautiful that water comes out. I mean, I'll still filter it, but yeah. Anyways, so leave myself like a 10-mile day to get into Timberline Lodge, which means I can probably wake up at about my usual time, break camp at my usual time, and get to Timberline Lodge in time for their legendary breakfast. Have breakfast at Timberline Lodge, and then take a bus from Timberline Lodge beyond government camp to an even bigger town, the name of which I forget, but I'll put it down below, because that's what I do when I can't remember. And then resupply there and take that bus on back before continuing. So that'll wind up being a shorter mileage day, the one that involves breakfast at Timberline. But whatever, who cares? Because out of Timberline, it's about another 45 or so miles, I think, to get to where I'm going, Cascade Locks. So, you know, even if I take that 45 and do like 10 or 15 out of Timberline, then that leaves like 30 or so to get to Cascade Locks. I don't know, man. This is all how the math works out in the hiker brain. I don't even know if any of this makes sense to you, but anyways, I should have a resupply box sitting for me at Cascade Locks as well, which kind of takes off at least one pretty big chore from that visit. So all I really need to do there is like shower, laundry, bunk out, eat some grub, probably grab a beverage or two, and scoot. So anyways, this is all stuff for another day. I know my plan for tomorrow is going to be hopefully bang out another 30 or something like it. But we'll kind of see how we go. I haven't even looked at my day tomorrow yet. I've been so preoccupied with mileage ahead. Anyways, super long check-in, so sorry about it. But get this tent pitched up, get some dinner cooked up, get this video processed up, and then bunk up. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh, and thank you again to everyone who donated. And if you haven't subscribed, dude, it's the end of the video. Just hit subscribe. I'll talk to you tomorrow.